What is going on, YouTube people? New Cards and Comics. Today, talking a little bit about how to protect ourselves when we are sending cards off to grading. In this specific example, we're going to focus on PSA, but some of this stuff could apply to any submission that you're doing, regardless of where you're sending. This is in light of, for those that did not see it, I got this wonderful Bobby Witt 2022 Topps Update Silver Pack Mojo Refractor back from PSA in a PSA 4, which confused the hell out of me. And upon inspection, we found that big old crease on the back that I don't know why the autofocus wants to be a pain, that I do not remember being there when I sent it in, because boy, oh boy, I feel like that's something I should have saw. So I reached out to PSA, filled out the form that you have to on the website, supplied what I wanted them to supply. I'll probably do a full video on that when this experience all wraps up. It took about 5 to 6 business days. I heard back from them. I have to ship this card back out, so I wanted to record another video, just documenting the card. We're going to talk about that more in a second, just so I have it before I package this up. I have the label and everything all printed out, and the paperwork. I just got to package this bad boy up and drop this off at FedEx to send it back out to them. So what I wanted to discuss today is what I already do, how I'm going to change it slightly, and then an additional thing I'm going to start doing that would be very, very easy. So the one thing that I already do, but I want to tweak it, is what I'm doing right now. I record everything that I send off to grading. Now, a large portion of that is because I'm a content creator. It's easy content to send it to show what I'm sending in to get graded. Interesting to hear your guys' feedback on what I'm sending in, and then the cards come back, and that's another video. But what I'm going to change on my submission videos, because right now I do them. Let's pretend I'm sending this card in to be graded. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm sending this Wolverine from Finding Unicorn in, something about the card, blah 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 blah. I think it'll do this, yada yada, and then I turn it over and set it off to the side. The change that I'm going to make is when I'm doing my PSA or grading preview videos, I'm going to make sure that I flip it over and just also show the back really quickly. Maybe throw the light on it real fast like that, and then on the front. That way I have a good, clean video of the front and the backs. Because I have good, clean video of the front, I don't have, even on this one, you can kind of tell, but it's tricky. On the preview video that I did, I'm showing the front, and then you can see the card sitting off to the side. Now, when it's sitting off to the side, you can't see the crease, but even right now, sitting off to the side, you can't see the crease. So I'm going to add that layer where I do a quick little one over of the front and the back. And for you all at home, I would recommend, if you're sending cards off to get graded, whether you're a content creator or not, it takes, 5 minutes and an iPhone, and you're good. You don't need a bunch of fancy equipment, especially if you're not even going to upload it onto the internet. And even if you wanted to upload it onto the internet, quite honestly, you don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. Get a little phone holder, put it on your desk, and show the cards off really quickly and just kind of talk. You don't have to say anything. You could just flash the cards in front of the camera and be done. Save the video on your phone or upload it on the computer, and you're good. Just as a peace of mind check, for your own sanity. Because one of the things, and we're going to talk about the second phase that I am bringing into this, is when your cards, at least this is going to be PSA specific. When your cards arrive at PSA, they scan them in and give you images. So you could look at those images to make sure that, it is indeed the card in the condition that you sent it in. That's great. That was a new feature they added about a year ago. However, once your grades pop, you no longer have access to those images on the PSA website. Now, PSA has access to those images, but you don't. So this Bobby Witt, if those images were still up there, I could have went and looked to see that crease you're going to see on an image scan. I would be able to look and say, hey, oh, that crease is there already. My bad, I missed it. And then also I would have my video to go back to as well. And I would see the crease on there and be like, oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I'm blind. I completely missed it. Or, hey, I don't see the crease on my video. I don't see the crease on the scan, but I sure as hell have a crease on the card when I got it back in hand. Now I know, okay, I need to jump through the hoops PSA wants me to jump through, or whatever grading company wants me to jump through, to begin the process of trying to get this rectified. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to those images, and I did a bad job about recording the video. So I am not 100% sure that they damaged the card. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going through the process, and then they will let me know if the card was damaged on the back of their scan or not. So that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to leave the desktop and we're going to go to the computer desktop. So let me switch this around really quickly. All right, we're on PSA's website. This is an order that I have there right now. This was the one that I sent in for the baseball special. You can see it here. It has entered the grading phase. Once it gets past research and ID, this is where you get access to your scanned images. So the adjustment that I am planning on making, or the addition that I am planning on making, is simply downloading these images. So you have the front image and the back image. Whenever I send an order in, I always usually glance through these really quickly. They're not perfect. You're going to get some dust on stuff because they're just scanning them in the card saver. So it's not like this is the most perfect thing in the world, but it at least gives me an idea that if that big old crease was on the back of this card, I would be able to see it. Or, say you got this card back and, the edge is all jacked up and there's a bunch of white on the edge all of a sudden. It is useful for stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is just simply, I think I'm just going to open up a spreadsheet and then just do a straight, copy all this stuff, copy the name of the card and the cert number that they have for it, and then just download the images and throw it in a cell next to it. It'll take me 5-10 minutes tops. It's not that big of a deal. Even if I didn't want to go that far, now in this submission, I have multiples of the same card. If you didn't, you honestly don't even need to make the spreadsheet. You could probably just make a folder titled whatever your order number is and just dump all the images in there if you didn't want to copy and paste over all the card text. I think that would be perfectly fine too. In all honesty, this probably isn't going to be, hopefully you'll never have to use it. But if you do, you have the information there. I mean, I've sent over probably close to 1,000 cards to PSA, and this is the first time I've ever had an issue like this. But like I said, if I had that image handy, it sure would be helpful. Even if you only do this with higher end stuff. Let's say I don't care about this Evan Carter base Topps card, and I wouldn't blame you, but maybe you care about the Gunnar Henderson rookie auto and you want that one scanned in, you would save the image. But in all honesty, it just takes a second to save all of them. So I'll either do the spreadsheet route or just create a folder that says grading submissions and then title it, whatever the order number is, PSA order number, blah, 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 and then save all the images in there for it. And then when something like the WIT thing pops up, I could go back into that folder before I even reach out to PSA. It would just save the steps of having to bug PSA, because if I pull up that image or I pull up the video, like I said earlier, and there is an issue with it, maybe I just missed it. Now I could be like, oh, okay, I don't even need to waste my time contacting them. I'm the idiot here. Or maybe you're not the idiot here and, someone at PSA wasn't having a great day. Mistakes happen. It is what it is. But those are just a couple of things I am changing in regards to my personal habits when sending cards into grading. I always record a submission video. I would recommend you do the same thing, in all honesty. I'm just going to do a better job at least flashing the back of the card for a few seconds to make sure that I have a good, crisp video image of that. once my cards have been uploaded for grading, if the grading company offers pre-scanning service where they show you images of the card, I'm going to download those images and toss them in a folder just as an extra CYA. And then I always recommend when the cards come back, do a video opening the box and doing the reveal, even if you're not uploading it to YouTube. That way, if when you open that box, there are issues. Maybe the slabs are damaged. Maybe there's a crack. Something happened. Who knows? Something's missing. Maybe there's supposed to be 12 cards in the order and you only got 10 back. Once again, these are very niche case issues, but at least if I have a video of, showing me, hey, here's the box from PSA, here's me slicing it open, here's me opening the box. All right, I counted, my order had 12 cards. There's only 10 slabs in here. Let's find out what's missing together. That might make your life a little bit easier when you go back to whatever company you need to go back to and say, hey, this thing happened. By the way, here's a video of me opening up the box. It doesn't take that much extra time, especially when you're talking about the money that we're all throwing around on this nonsense. So just a few ideas for you all to better protect yourselves. If you have anything that you do like this, feel free to fire it away in the comments down below. Maybe it's something I can add to my process, or maybe it's something someone else could steal from you to add to their process. All I got for you, boys and girls. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.